When the Thunder play like this, they look like they are unstoppable and the best team in the NBA, as they just had a statement win against the New Orleans Pelicans in Game 3 of the Western Conference playoffs. What up? I'm Bryson Akins here at Thunder Digest. Before we get into all this, don't forget to subscribe if you guys are coming back and watching these videos. 91% of you guys coming back and watching these videos are not subscribed. If you're coming back anyways, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to stay up to date when a new video drops, and it's the best way to support the channel. Now, we'll go ahead and get into it. I know you guys saw this game. I know you saw the box score and thought, oh my gosh, we're going to sweep the Pelicans. And I told you guys we were going to do it. And there were two main things that kind of led us to winning this Game 3 here in New Orleans. A statement win as well, since we are on the road. And it was kind of one of those games where it kind of put the final nail in the coffin. And the big thing that kind of got us this victory today was that the Thunder caught fire from the three-point line. Yes, you heard that right. Usually, we're a highly efficient team when shooting all these other shots. Usually we are. Usually we go over 50% from the field. Sometimes, usually, we're 55 to 60%. That's where we're, the average is somewhere in there. And then the three-point percentage is right below 40%. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's good. It's just right there in that mediocre range. That's very average. Usually you have teams shoot 38, 39% from three. We're right at like 33, 34 usually per game. But today, oh my gosh, the three ball was insane, as you can see here. Look at the percentage down here. We shot 48% from the field, but 47% from behind the arc. 17 of 36. 17 for 36. That is insane numbers, and you can kind of look through it here real quick. Some of the players that were taking these three balls, you had J-Dub 3 for 4 from behind the arc, very efficient there. Shai, not the greatest night, along with Chet. They went 2 for 9 combined there. And then we had some bench guys going off behind the arc as well. Jay Will, 1 for 1 from behind the arc. Isaiah Joe, 2 of 5. Cason Wallace, 1 for 2. But then you look at our two other guys that we'll talk about real quick. First off, Josh Giddey. Now, as you guys know, going into the playoffs, he was having an insane stretch of offensive performances before going in these final games and going into the playoffs. He was dropping 20, 25 points, triple-doubles here and there, games with 15-plus assists. He was going crazy, and he wasn't afraid to shoot the ball. And once again tonight, it finally looked like he wasn't afraid to shoot that ball and take shots when he needed to, as he went absolutely lights out from behind the arc. As you can see here, Josh Giddey today had 21 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 61% from the field, and 4 of 7 from behind the arc. If that's not one of the better performances of the day, I don't know what it is. Personally, he was my player of the game just because of how well he played offensively. But a lot of people disagree with this other guy that also played well tonight in against Dort. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He went 4 of 8 from behind the arc, 4 of 9 from the field. So all of his points coming from the three ball. And 3 of them came from back-to-back-to-back three-point shots to kind of put the nail in this game and give us the lead here and give us a ton of momentum going into the second half. And he was crazy. I mean, offensively, you're doing well when you can have those kinds of numbers and those kinds of nights, especially from Lu Dort, who was one of those guys that people would slack off a lot. He reminded me a lot of Andre Roberson when we had him, when he was a great defensive player, but he was supposed to be a 3-and-D guy, but he didn't really shoot the three ball all that well. Lu Dort, however, has stepped up his three ball game to now players are starting to guard him more, and that really opens up this offense for a lot of other actions, because it used to be Josh Giddey and Lu Dort, no one would guard them, so now they're clogging the paint. And the Pelicans realize they can't do that with this team anymore, and now they are punishing them from behind the arc, as Dort and Giddey did tonight. They went combined 8 for 15 from behind the arc right there. That is 24 of our points just between those two guys from the three ball. And so when you're shooting like that, it's hard to lose. It is. When you drop, 104 points, something around there. I didn't see the final score. I stopped watching with a minute left when I knew the game was over. But I do know we won by 20 plus. It was a great game. Eventually got all our bench guys in there. It was beautiful to see. And when you shoot like that, it's hard to lose. And it's quite easy to win games like that. But it also helps when the other side of the ball is doing well as well. Like when you look here, the defense demoralized the Pelicans. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and say that. That's this whole segment now. They demoralized the Pelicans. There were times when I was watching that I just saw the Pelicans on the floor. They looked lazy. They looked like they didn't want to be there. And some of that has to do with Lu Dort. Once again, another guy we're talking about. Lu Dort is stepping up and showing not only the small market that we have, but the entirety of the nation that he is the best defender in the league with how he is playing. I'm seeing him dive over bodies to get a loose ball. Man was born to be a linebacker. You look at his size, look at the hustle he has out there on the court. He plays like he's a middle linebacker in a basketball player's body. It is insane the heart he has out there and just the intensity he plays on defense. He doesn't care if he picks up a few fouls. As long as he's in your head like he is with Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, it doesn't matter because the defense held them to 85, I believe. They held them to 85 points. It's easy to win a game when you hold the other team to 85 points, and Lu Dort was going crazy in that regard. So you look here at their box score as well. They didn't shoot the ball well either. This whole series, they have not shot over 40% from the field or over 30% from the three-point line. And it's just another one of those nights again. 38% from the field and 28% from behind the arc. And it's hard to win those games. I was right, 85 points right there. It's hard to win those games as a team if you're only putting up 85 points. And the Thunder held them to that because defensively, they are in every single player's head, especially Lu Dort. Especially Dort, he's going crazy. But another player people are forgetting about is making a huge impact on the defensive end is Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren is going insane. I watched a few of his blocks today. He finished with 4, I believe. I watched a few of his blocks today, and oh my gosh, I'm surprised some guys get past him on the rim, especially if Trey Murphy. He had 2 blocks on him when he was going in for a poster. He's not afraid to get postered, and that's what makes Chet Holmgren a great defensive player, is because even if he does get put on highlight reel, he's not afraid to go back and go up against you on the next play and even get put on another one. He's trying to make another play against you. He's playing great defense, and he doesn't get afraid when someone posters him. And it even shows with the blocks that he's had this series. He has 11 blocks, while the Pelicans have 10. That just shows how much of a difference he is making for this team on the defensive side of the ball. And people were questioning at the beginning of the series, is he going to be able to handle Jonas Valanciunas because of that size? He's a bigger guy, around the same height. It's just the weight and the physicality of Valanciunas. Is he going to be able to handle him and be able to contribute to this Thunder team? And it's showing he is. Now, offensively, not the best night. Wasn't the best night from him. But defensively, he shined. He locked down this team in the paint, which allowed the Thunder to get the victory tonight and take a commanding 3-0 series lead against the Pelicans. And they're starting to beat these allegations that some reporters put out there that this is the weakest 1 seed in NBA history. This is the weakest 1 seed in NBA history. It's a shame. Bunch of teams saying, Lakers fans, Warriors fans, Kings fans all saying, if we were in the Pelicans spot, we would win this series. No, you wouldn't. When we're playing like this, you don't understand. Lu Dort is playing as a first-team All-NBA defensive player at the moment. He's playing like that, and he is. But he won't get that award because he doesn't get national recognition. He's not on national television. And it's the same with Chet. He's getting outshined by Victor Wembanyama, but you have to forget, he's also one of the leaders in blocks this season as well. And in the postseason, 11 blocks? 11 blocks compared to the Pelicans' 10? Come on now. Come on. The defense is insane, and it could lock down. I'm certain it could lock down majority of teams out there right now. The only team I'd be worried about is Dallas, just because the amount of scorers that they have on that team with Kyrie and Luka. Those two are hard to guard, especially if Kyrie, with the handles he has, and the Luka, it's just the playmaking ability he has that makes him hard to guard. But even then, I'm confident in this team to be able to lock down them as well in the next round, or even the Clippers. I have confidence in them as well. If we keep up this defense that we're playing at the moment, we can't lose games. It's easy to score more than 85 in the NBA. It's hard to score over 100. And we're scoring over 100 almost every single game right now. It's just that first game we got rid of the playoff jitters and everything, got them out, scored 94, still a decent amount, 6 away from that three-digit mark. But ever since then, we have been going crazy on the offensive end as well. We're shooting efficiently. The 3 balls coming in. And when we play like we did tonight, no team can beat us. And we would win the finals if we can have this kind of performance every single game. But that's all I got for this video. Once again, like I mentioned, if you stay to the end, and you aren't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You keep on coming back, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel, and it's the best way to stay up to date with your Oklahoma City Thunder news, especially when the offseason rolls around here in a few months. It's going to be hard to keep up with your news, and hey, I'm the best guy to go for it. That's my opinion. Might be biased, but man, won't hurt to just drop a subscribe right there down low and stay up to date with your Thunder news. I'm Bryson Akins. I'll see you guys in the next video.